Breaker broke 2-3. In this video, we're going to take a look at 3 Bluetooth speakers under $30. All right, today we're going to take a look at 3 speakers under $30. I have the Sony, the JBL, the Altec Lansing. I'll leave model numbers and links to get these down below in the description box. What we're basically going for today in this little overview is sound quality and volume. Everybody asks me, well, can these little speakers take bass? Well, yes and no. I mean, they do a good job for their size, but there are physical limitations to that. So what all these guys are using is they're using passive radiators. So like in the Altec, we have about an 1.5 inch and 5/8 driver here, and then we have a passive radiator of about the same size. In the Sony, we have about an 1.5 inch driver in the front, and then we have a passive radiator down here, and then that fires into this little back protective piece. That kind of gives it an extended bass sound, so that's a nice way to do it. The JBL is just kind of in your face like the Altec, so we have a driver over here. We have a front firing passive radiator. All right. I'm going to start with the mellowest speaker of the bunch, and that is the Sony. This is a good all-around sounding speaker. There's no doubt about that. But this is something I'd probably want to use for like an audio book or a TV, something like that, like a nightstand type speaker, okay? The JBL has a little bit more extended highs, extended low ends. This is more of an easy listening speaker. This is a great speaker for like jazz, country, rhythm and blues, stuff like that. Rock and roll too as well. But I think if you want the rock and roll speaker, you want to take a look at this Altec Lansing. This is the high output here of the 3. This has got quite a bit more extended highs than the other units, and the lows are a little bit heavier as well. This has a forward firing driver at about 1.5 inch and 5/8, I believe, and about the same, about 1.5 inch or so passive radiator. All 3 of these will make and receive phone calls. That's not a problem. All 3 of these run about the same time. I'm getting them over 10 hours on each one of these at any given volume level, and they all take about 2.5 to 3 hours to charge. All right, so features, they're all water resistant, okay? What I like about that Sony here is it has the 3.5 millimeter input jack for headphones. So what you would do is you could plug, say for instance, an old school Walkman or an old school iPod, something that has a headphone jack output for like headphones, but doesn't have Wi-Fi, or not Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, I'm sorry. And so this works out really well. I really like that. I've used these on my home computer. That works out really well. The JBL here happens to be my go-to computer speaker because my computer does not have Bluetooth, but I like the portability of the JBL and the overall sound, and I use this one quite a bit on my home computer. We have the charge port here, and we have the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack for inputs. So the Altec does not have the 3.5 millimeter input. We have the charge port here, and we have a reset button, which kind of scares me when a company has just this out in your face obvious reset button. Haven't had to use it on this one. I don't know if you guys know this, but when I do a review on something, I don't play around with these for like a night or a day or whatever. I mean, I play around with these things for a couple weeks. So I really get to know each device that I'm dealing with here. So anyway, this is kind of the mellowest of the 3. Like I said, audiobook, TV, nightstand type speaker. This one here is a great, easy listening jazz speaker. Really good, more of a kind of an audiophile sound. I mean, as far as you're going to get with, you know, Bluetooth speakers in general. The Altec is the rock and roll speaker. This is the one that I want to take out in the shop. This is the one I want to take outside while I'm doing yard work. It's very ruggedly constructed. I wouldn't worry about this thing hitting the ground at all. As in, most Altecs are like that. I mean, they're pretty darn rugged. This is the way to go if you like kind of loud rock and roll-ish type stuff, and you need to cut through a bunch of background noise. So we're going to do a little audio test on these. This is definitely not a scientific thing. People ask me all the time, how much bass do these things take? Well, they're small speakers, so they're not going to reproduce much bass because physically, because of the size of the driver, they just can't do it. So I'll let you guys kind of hear each one of these, and then you make up your mind. You know, it's under 30 bucks, so there's a lot of bang for your buck here. All right. Okay, folks, I hope that little comparison helped you guys decide which one of these that you like the most. All three of them are very good speakers, especially at under $30. Good stuff. There's a lot of off-brand speakers out there on the internet that are in this price range that don't have nearly the sound and really the quality. So anyway, all right, thanks for watching. Please smash that like button and subscribe if you already haven't, and y'all have a good one out there. Thanks for watching.